Good morning everyone. Today is 27th of April 2022 and this is today's the Hindu newspaper, and in this small video I will be telling you the most important articles that you must go through for today's newspaper. So this is our front page, and on our front page this is the first news in which Supreme Court has directed the government of Uttarakhand and Himachal Pradesh to act appropriately against those elements, those people who delivered a hate speech against other communities when there was this Dharm Sansad was organized in these states, because Supreme Court thinks that appropriate actions were not taken by the state government. So that you must go through. Even apart from this news, what you can cover, you should know what is the meaning of hate speech. You should know that what are the previous judgments that Supreme Court has delivered against the hate speech, what is the impact of hate speech on people, and what are the international scenarios which are going on against the hate speech. So you can read this article in that sense. Second article that you should go through is this: the draft of the new IT law likely to be in May. So government has decided again to do some changes in our IT laws. What are the reason behind that? What is going to be the implication on the social media platform after changing these rules? So you should go through this also. Then next article on the front page is this: look beyond Ukraine crisis, Mr. Jaishankar. So our external affairs minister Jaishankar is attending some Raisina dialogues in Delhi. So there he delivered this speech and he said that of course Ukraine crisis is important and world should focus on the Ukraine crisis, but in that focus world should not forget that Pacific Ocean and Indian Ocean are still a sensitive regions, and world should pay some attention to that area as well. So that can be covered from that sense. From next page we have another article. So this is our third page, this is our fourth page. Here on the third page we have this article which says Punjab sees increase in the private wheat purchase. So what happens because of the Ukraine and Russian crisis in many countries like Middle East countries, Egypt and all that, they have now this lack of wheat in their countries. So they have decided to import wheat from India, and India, because now India has decided, so it means that price of wheat is going to be little bit more in India as compared to previous years. So this article you should read in the sense that how this price variation can happen there, what is the impact on farmers as a whole about this whole scenario. So you can read it only from the surface. Don't go too much into detail about it. Then on the fourth page we have this: ED conducts searches in ABG Shipyard case. Look, when it comes to ED, when it comes to CBI, they do lot of operations in India and they are always in news. But apart from that, each individual case and each individual research and seizure and all that, we must read about these organizations, because in our GS paper 3 we must know about the organizations or investigation organizations. We should know about the CBI, RAW, ED, CIC and all that. So in that sense you can go through this article from the surface. On page number 6 we have this article which says Indian as the only caste. So this is not that much important. Actually this is a speech which was delivered by our Prime Minister, and that he talks about the casteless society, oneness, Indianness and all that. So if you have time you can go through it, otherwise you can definitely avoid it. Second, then on the page number 8 we have editorial section. In editorial section we have this. The first editorial is this: Macron's re-election. So Mr. Macron has again been elected in France, and in last 25-30 years this has been happening first time in France that a president is re-elected twice. From Indian perspective, not that much important, because already we know something about India-French relationship, especially in the defense sector. So this can be definitely left. Then we have another article which says buying free speech. So Musk now has taken over the Twitter, and from the same article, from the same news, today we have this this explainer section also. So we can definitely avoid it, but we can cover it from the explainer section. Then this is very important article that you must read, which talks about the mission Antyodaya. So in this small article, it Mr. A. Oman has provided enough details about this mission. What is this mission? What is the objective of this mission? Why this mission is failed? Even he has suggested some measures to be taken to improve the quality or to improve the local administration also. So this article is very important for the day. You can even save it for the future, because definitely when it comes to Panchayati Raj, when it comes to local government and all that, so mission Antyodaya can be mentioned in your answer. So that can be covered from your this editorial section. Then we have this India as a democratic superpower. It's a kind of very repeated type of topic, nothing new in there, but if you have some time you can go through it, otherwise you can definitely avoid this, because I couldn't find any new perspective here. Then we have explainer section. Explainer section mein the first topic that we have is this USCIRF. So because it's a American organization which is a partition independent organization, but what they do, they try to track and monitor the religious affairs all over the world, and on the basis of that they make a list of countries where religious minorities are repressed, and they have recommended the name of India. So that topic was actually covered yesterday's also, and it has again been covered today also. Not very much important for India because Indian government does not approve this report, so this can be ignored. But yes, you must know about the reasons that why this particular institution has, what are the reasons that this institution has given that why India is included in those countries which is called countries of particular concern. So you can know about the reasons. So that can be important in that sense, otherwise not that much important. Second topic that we have is this free speech, because Elon Musk has now become the owner of the Twitter, and what are the possible implications that may happen because of this buyback. He has bought it, of course, and what is the free speech, what is going to be the impact on that and all that. So, and what is going to be the role of India in that sense, because Indian government has previously blocked many Twitter accounts, and what is going to be happening to those accounts as well. So that news can be covered from there. Don't give too much time to this news because not that much important, I guess. Then we have page number 12 and page number 13. From the page number 12, there will be no winner in Ukraine war. Not that much important. It's just a statement which is given by Mr. Jaishankar in that meeting which is going on in Raisina. Wrong to say that half of the working. Yes, this seems to be very important topic to me, because yesterday there was this report of CEMI which says that women participation in India has declined. Even they have provided some reasons also. In this article, government is giving a counter argument that yes, government accepts that women participation has declined, but what is the reason behind that? So those reasons can be covered from this topic. Kind of very important topic. You can definitely do that. Supreme Court to hear 2 petitions on the sedition law. As such, this news is not important for us but from the broader perspective, we should know what is the sedition law, what are the provisions in India, like we have 124A IPC, right? So what is the history of sedition law, and you can also mention some important cases which happened in the during freedom struggle, and some cases after independence also. So from that perspective, it is an important topic. Will list hijab plea in 2 days. So definitely this topic is not important for now, but when this topic will be heard by Supreme Court, what are the arguments which will be given by the parties and all that. So that is going to be important in the future. But we have already enough idea about this hijab law. India unique syncretic social fabric at risk. Note that is very much important for the exam, but yes, you can go through it because it talks about a letter which has been written by many retired bureaucrats. They have in this letter they have mentioned that why India's syncretic culture or multi-linguistic, multi-religious culture is at threat because of the recent happenings which are going on in India. So from that sense, you can definitely read it. Otherwise, not very much important from the syllabus perspective. So this article can be read because it talks about the IT laws that we have mentioned on the first page. What are the changes that government is doing to plan? So from that perspective, you can definitely go through it. Otherwise, let's move on. From the next page, page number 14, which is the business page. What is important news? 13,000 distress call during the first lockdown. Not that much important because nothing new in this article that we had already not know. So that is not that important from that perspective. But overall, we should know what was the impact of lockdown and the pandemic on the migrant population, and what are the initiatives that government has taken to address those problems. So that topic can be covered from that perspective. This particular news doesn't seem to that much important to me. Efforts on to improve the court infra. Yes, this is important because when we talk about the problem in the judiciary and problem in our justice system, so that infrastructure is also important, like in introduction of the digital platforms and all that. So from that perspective, this can be read. It's a very, you just have to give 1 minute to this article. Then on the page number 15, we have some international news like US host weapons summit as the Moscow wants. Not that much important, but yes, you can know little bit about this institution and this organization that can be read. countries will have to justify veto votes. Yes, this is important because this is related to UN reform actually. So what happens, usually those veto countries, those permanent countries, they have this veto power, and when they use their veto, they do not need to tell the reasons behind their veto. But now what is going to happen in future, they must tell the reasons that why they have vetoed a particular proposal. So in that sense, you can read that topic. 3 Chinese among the 4 killed in the Pak blast. It happened in Balochistan. Even Balochistan Liberation Army, they have taken responsibility, and for the first time they have used a women suicide bomber. So, and 3 Chinese were also killed, so definitely it is going to impact the relation between China and Pakistan. So that is important from that sense, otherwise it's not that much important. So that, friends, these are the first important articles that you must read for today's article. Actually, number of articles are more than 15 today, but if I say what from the exams perspective, very strictly, hardly 3 or 4 articles are important. So from that perspective, this newspaper can be covered for the day. And if you find this information important, because I am not going to discuss all these articles in very much detail, because this is going to take more than 1 hour, but I think you must know that which article should be read in what sense. So from that perspective, I have covered this. And if you like, and if you get benefit something out of this video, you must like this video. You can share this video with your friends as well, and if you want some future notifications, then please subscribe to our channel as well. So friends, this is all for the day. Thank you very much. All the best. Jai Hind.